This is Dr. Harries, and the purpose of this video is to provide you with a brief introduction to the Summon Search tool that's available at the Pittsburgh State University Library website, as well as the Google Scholar tool that's available online. And just to show you quickly how to use these tools to find either primary or secondary sources. And so if you're at the Pitt State Library website, they have this quick link to a summon search here on right on the front page. And I'm going to search for nest articles on nest predation. It's a topic that Dr. George's students in the biology department will frequently work on. So we do our search there. And as you can see here, we got a lot of results back, 106,000 results. Okay, so what I would recommend that you do immediately, especially if you are looking for research articles specifically, which presumably will usually be the case, is to start refining your search. So we've got these tools over here. We can limit to, for example, only those articles that are available full text online through Pitt State. You may or may not want to do that depending on where you are in your searches. You know, if you've already exhausted all of those that are available through Pitt State and you're really looking for things that you might be able to request through interlibrary loan, you might not want to check this. But to start with, I would probably go ahead and select that option. So that drops our search results down a little bit. I would also recommend we should limit this to scholarly and peer-reviewed sources. So we can click off both of these here. And now that's dropped us down to just about 20,000 sources, which is obviously still a lot, but a lot more manageable than 100,000. If we wanted to make that list even shorter, you know, let's say for the sake of argument here, we're only interested in more recent articles, so we could limit this, let's say, to things published in the last 3 years. All right, so now we're down to about 3,000. And as you can see, so for each search result, right, we've got the article title, the authors, the name of the scholarly journal that it was published in, a little snippet maybe from the abstract, and then in this case, because we had limited to full text online, basically every hit that we get should have full text online available. If you had not limited, you would only see this link for those that do have full text available. But let's say we're interested in this first article. We can click on the title there. Here it comes. So that's taking us to the journal website. So this journal is called Behavioral Ecology. And again, we've got basically a full text version of the article here, right? We can read the full abstract and see if that's really something that we're interested in. We can read the introduction. We've actually got the figures here. So you could read the whole article here in this web-based format, but what I always recommend you do is find the PDF version. So the PDF is going to give you the article as it would actually appear in the journal. Everything will be formatted correctly. And then it makes it easy to, you know, save that article to your computer or wherever you would like to keep it. I'll click on the PDF there just to show you what I'm talking about. Here it comes. Yeah, and we can see in this particular example, this does look like a primary source. So it's original research article, If I scroll down, let's just see, yes, there's our materials and methods, so we know right off the bat, okay, we've got a primary source here. Okay, so that gives you some feel for how you could find an article using Summon. And I guess just utilizing this article that we just found, I wanted to tie this in with Google Scholar. If you're not familiar with Google Scholar, so this is a specific Google search that is designed to help you find scholarly material. So for example, journal articles. And I find that it's particularly useful if you are looking for a very specific article rather than doing kind of generic topic searches, which can work. But I've always had the best results with Google Scholar when I was trying to find some very specific article, and maybe I was, having trouble finding full text access to it through, other databases that we had access to at Pitt State. So let's say, I've read this article and they referenced another article in here, right? You'll see this in all journal articles, right? There's lots of other research gets referenced throughout. I'm just scrolling down to the reference list at the bottom. There's a long article. Here we go. Right, so here's all the references that were called out in this research article. So let's say as I was reading this article, one of these really jumped out, and I said, "Oh yeah, that one looks particularly important. I need to go find that article and read it." So let's say it's this one here, this Fontaine, J.J., and Martin, 2006, in Ecological Letters. What I typically will like to do is just take the full title of that article. So I'm just going to copy that and search for that title in Google Scholar. So I already had Google Scholar open as a tab here, but if you just go into your Google search and type Google Scholar, it will take you to this page. So I'm going to paste that title in here. I want to search against articles. Carry out that search. And here we go, right? We had one hit, which was that one article we were interested in. And in Google Scholar, if there is a PDF version of that article available somewhere on the web, it'll show you that out here on the right. So if I was to click on the title here, it's going to take me basically to the Wiley, the publisher's website. But if I click over here on this PDF link, it should basically take me directly to the free PDF that's available. And this could be through the publisher's website, or it could be through, maybe the authors of this article had it posted on their university website, or whatever the case might be. But there we have it, right? It can easily, in just a few clicks, get access to that article. So I would definitely recommend that as a strategy. Summon is a great place to start. But if yep, I definitely want to find this very specific article. I've got the title here. Try and throw that title into Google Scholar, and I think that may work out pretty well for you. So anyway, I will stop it here. In the next video, I am going to show you the PubMed database, which is a little bit more specific to the laboratory sciences. Summon is a great search if you're really for essentially almost no matter what you're looking for. If you're doing field biology or lab science, you're going to find things that are useful in Summon. But anyway, you can pick up the PubMed in the next video.